Another day, another dollar. Today, I'm adding an indicator back to my charts. I've used this indicator in the past. For some reason, I thought, well, maybe I'll keep it off the charts, but I'm going to add this one indicator back to my charts for day trading. Going to talk about that indicator and all that fun stuff right here in this video, so make sure you stay tuned. What's going on, guys? Patrick here, back today. It's Monday, Mega Money Monday. Who's ready to make some money this week? So today I'm adding an indicator back to the chart, and you're probably wondering, like, which indicator is it? We're tired of you, we're tired of you talking about the indicator. Just show us the indicator and shut up. But first, do me one big favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. Also, leave a comment. Which indicators do you have on the charts? Do you think I should add a certain indicator to my charts? Let me know in the comments below. So let's dive in here and talk about this indicator. All right, so first off, you can see right now I'm in a trade on some call options here on the SPY, the 443 call options. It's about, 2 o'clock here on Monday. Looking for a move up to the 443 level here. End of the day rally. I'll show you the charts, kind of what I'm looking at and why. All right, so we're pulling up the chart here, and I wonder if you guys can guess which this blue line is. What is this blue line? What do you think it is? It's the VWap. So we're going to put the VWap back on the chart. This is actually kind of like an envelope of the VWap, but that blue line right there in the middle is the actual VWap, the VWap. And that's basically the volume weighted moving average. And looking for this to push back up. That's why I said the 443 area. You can see right now the VWap right there at that 443. We've been below it most of the day. We've been holding this level here, and that blue line is kind of my target for this trade, for this to push up there as the end of the day. We're looking for an end of day rally back to the VWap, the volume weighted moving average. Now, in the past, I've talked about different moving averages, different, overall indicators, things like that. Right now on the chart, I have the Ripster EMA clouds. I've really been loving these clouds because it just really gives me an overall idea of what the market's doing, how it's moving, and the overall trend and things like that. So definitely loving the Ripster EMA clouds, but I'm adding, like I said, the VWap back on there, that blue line. And the reason for that is the more and more that I trade the SPY, the overall market, I see a lot of people focused on what? The actual VWap. Where is the VWap at? Where is the moving averages at? And you can see what's interesting is if you look here at the charts, on the previous days, we've had like this move here. It had a big sell-off. The overall market pushed back. It then reclaimed the VWap and then went all the way up here to a high. Kind of the same thing the day before. You break below the VWap. The VWap then turns into resistance here, and then you get a big rally for the break back above it. So one of the things that I really want to obviously know and look at when I'm looking at the chart is kind of what are other traders looking at? Are other traders looking at the idea of this rallying back like today? Are other people thinking that there's a possibility that the market pushes back up to this level here, the 443, based on the VWap? So that's something that I'm taking into my into mind or into thought. I'm thinking about this, as I'm trading. As the market's down here, is there a chance that we push up to this level here where that volume weighted moving average is? And that's exactly what my kind of thought process is, especially looking at some of other people, what they're talking about on stock twits, things like that. I see a lot of people kind of really focused on the VWap, so I need to have that indicator on my chart so I get an idea of like, okay, if other traders are thinking we break below the VWap, or if other traders are thinking that we push up to the VWap, well, I obviously want to be on the right side of that trade, and I want to have an overall target. So like earlier, I was looking for a push up to this level. You can see we had like multiple attempts so far and still kind of battling, and I ended up selling some of my call options there at the 50-cent level that I bought at 36 cents, but still holding 3 call options, looking to see if this can't push up towards the end of the day here, giving it a little bit of time. On the 15-minute chart, really looking like we got a bottom going here. It's only 2:13, so we got about 2 hours left in the market. It's Monday, thinking that we, get some bullish action after this big kind of sell-off at an overall gap down in the market. We've got, some support at this level as well. If you go back over here to that 441, 442 area, a little bit of support there. You can see behind my head now. So kind of looking to see if we get a bounce back off of this level and we can push up towards that 443 here end of day. It's looking as soon as I started making this video, it's definitely looking a lot more bearish now, as this is kind of looking like it wants to just dump right now. Looking very much like a dump fest. Here it comes. Well, she's dumping, I think. Wow, look at that thing. Just literally oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. This price action today has been insane. The market just overall just ding, 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 just getting stuck and not wanting to go. And then, you know, I guess that multiple attempt of that 442.50 area, trying to break through there, just not getting the break that we needed. But still, you can see here, even on the 5-minute chart where the VWap is at that 443 level. So it's giving me an idea of like what my target should be for a reversal here back to that 443 level. Now, obviously, right now, this is not, you know, working out exactly like we had planned, but we're going to have to get out of that trade if this can't hold right here. And still giving me, like I said, you know, an overall idea of kind of where a target should be if I'm getting in down here, kind of where my target is for the market to push back up. If it pushes back up to the VWap being that 443 level, that's kind of my overall thesis, my overall bullish plan if I'm in a trade long. Now, obviously, you know, if we're shorting it and the market's above the VWap, we might look for a pullback to the VWap like we've seen, you know, like up here. It's like this kind of pushes all the way up here. It pulls back all the way to the VWap. It breaks below the VWap and then kind of flitters and kind of jumps around the VWap there for a little bit. So definitely interesting, something I'm definitely focused on right now. You know, do I have the right indicators on the chart? You know, obviously the indicators aren't going to make me, you know, an amazing trader just because I put a indicator on the chart. But I like the idea of kind of seeing where the volume weighted moving average is and then getting, you know, kind of a overall game plan, an overall thesis, an overall target of where the market might move depending on where that volume weighted moving average is. And again, you can see right now kind of just below that volume weighted moving average there. Look on some of the bigger time frames, kind of the same thing. The nice thing about the VWap is it's always going to be kind of right in that same spot. So in the 30-minute, on the 15-minute, on the hourly, everything, it's going to be right there at that 443 level. So I know, you know, if I'm entering the trade, my target being that 443, that's my plan, and that's what I'm looking for. So we were hoping we were going to get that push. I mean, I guess that's kind of the problem here, but that was a trade. You know, we jumped in looking for a push up towards that VWap. We just got denied there, so kind of is what it is, and that's trading. We still got a little bit of time. We'll see here end of the day. I'm interested by the end of the day. Does this, like this, how close does this get? Can it push here again and pop back up there? It's kind of interesting. Definitely interesting to see. So there it is. I'm adding the VWap back to my chart. I think it's really important to have the right indicators on your charts. Those indicators are being used by millions, or I don't know, thousands, or I think there's probably millions of traders around the world that are probably using the VWap on their charts, and they're looking at it like, okay, everyone kind of has a same thesis. Maybe the VWap turns into support, maybe it turns into resistance, and then you get an idea of where that price action might move based off of the volume weighted moving average here, and get an idea of what other people are looking at when they're trading. Remember, the market obviously is moving because of algorithms and things like that, but also we got to kind of understand where those moving averages are and where is the volume weighted moving average. So if you guys haven't already, do me one favor, hit that like button, subscribe button, all the buttons down below. I will talk to you guys later on.